So Kraken Robotics had a really great day yesterday. It went up 13%, but I couldn't really find any news. And the valuation's getting kind of high. So the thesis is still the same. They make the batteries for underwater drones. And one of the companies that they supply the batteries for is called Anduril, and they have a big contract with the US Navy and a big contract with the Australian. And if Kraken Robotics keeps supplying the batteries for those just like they have before, it's going to be huge, hundreds of millions of dollars in sales at 50%. But the problem is they don't have a patent on this. They just have a better process, which is why people buy their batteries and not their competitors' batteries. So those two contracts could be huge for Kraken Robotics, but if they don't pan out, you might be paying a lot for this. And I have done really well. I started by May of 2024 at under $1, and it's at $4. So all in all, I bought about $30,000, currently worth $150. So this is easily my best performing stock right now. Although I have much bigger positions in companies like Google and Fairfax. This company is yet comfortable with. The price is so high relative to earnings, and they aren't as transparent as other companies. So on a conference call, they'll say, yeah, we're doing fine with cash, and then they'll borrow money or do an equity. And two, through a couple of rounds of equity sales, have brought in money so that they can build new factories but if you raise money by issuing shares, you're hurting existing shareholders. Philosophically, Peter Lynch said you shouldn't trim your winners and redeploy that to stocks that aren't performing. He compared it to cutting the flowers to water the. But there's also a famous investor named Peter Cundall, and when it would double, he would sell, because psychologically it helped him deal with that, since in his mind he was now dealing with house money, and even if it went to, it was fine because it was all he had. It was fine because it was just house money and he still had his original. So that's sort of where I am. This has went up a lot. The news that's on this is already out. Those two contracts could be huge, but this company, and there was nothing really that happened yesterday in the news to make it 14%. Other in those equity raises, there was a lockup period, and that lockup period expired yesterday. And generally, if you're going to short a stock, that's the time to, because when a lockup period expires and somebody can't sell 90 or 180 days, sometimes they'll sell at the first opportunity and the stock will go. So it's possible that some people short and nobody was selling, and that's why it went up, because they had to cover the short. 13.5% is a lot to go up in one day, and 300% in a year and a half. I'm sort of on the fence about whether to just sit on this and see where it goes, and whether to trim it a little and deploy to other things. I wouldn't say the things I would redeploy have a chance of being much bigger gainers, but less risky, less chance of it going. So I don't mind taking big positions in companies Berkshire Hathaway, St. Joe, or Fairfax Financial, where they have no debt and they're very conservative. It's less likely that you'll hit a 10x on those in a short period of time compared to a company like Kraken. With large positions, what I want is not to lose money. And then if I have these smaller positions, I can gamble a little more, be aggressive. Still thinking on this, just walking through my process. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Have a great day, everyone.